Well, COVID cases more than doubled in December. How do you keep your family and yourself healthy?
Dr. Abby is back from Sharpie Steely to tell us. Doctor, good morning.
Good morning.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Okay, so we are hearing a lot about COVID coming back. It's this and that. Is there still a big concern over COVID?
Yes, there is a concern. It's obviously not the same concern that we had in the years past, but we do see that cases are going up. What we call our test positivity rates have gone up. So on the individual level, there is still that risk, especially in people that are more vulnerable, that are higher risk of ending up in the hospital. There's a risk there. In terms of the community level, we know that it could affect the number of hospitalizations, hospital capacity. So for example, here in San Diego, we're still at that low level, but in LA County, they're now at the medium level of hospitalization. And so, of course, it is still a concern. And then long COVID, which can affect anybody of any age, right? So all of this is very important to think about.
Let's talk a little bit about the COVID experience now from the COVID experience then. It's almost become a thing when I talk to a lot of people. They're like, oh, yeah, I had COVID. It's almost like
4 years ago. I saw this on here. I had to do a double take.
Yeah.
I know.
4 years.
I know.
But
yeah.
how has that experience changed? Because it's almost like I got a cold, I got the flu, I got COVID. So how is it different now?
Well, what I see, unfortunately, is that a lot of people don't realize that not everyone is at the same level of risk. So it is true that most people who are young, otherwise healthy, are going to experience this like a cold. Even in those cases, sometimes you see people get moderately sick. People that are higher risk are not realizing that they might be more vulnerable to this. So in our county, for example, less than 40% of people in that 65 years of age range have gotten vaccinated, and they're the most vulnerable in terms of getting hospitalized. So the experience is different for different people, and so it's important to be aware of that.
I feel like in the beginning of this 4 years ago, we all got our medical degrees. We all seem to know everything about COVID, didn't we?
Yes.
Give us a reminder now, if somebody does get COVID, test positive for COVID, how long are they contagious versus not? Because I think people have kind of forgotten. Okay, do I go to work? Do I isolate? Have the rules changed? What do we do?
Absolutely. So a really good way to remember this in terms of whether you get sick is what I call the 3 T's. So remember that if you do get sick, you should get a test. Make sure that you test because it helps us to know if you need to be treated, which is the second T. There are antivirals that most people actually will qualify for that's important. And then take precautions is the third T, which is make sure you wear a mask, wash your hands, and then isolation, which is a very good question. Yeah. Essentially, starting on day 0 is when your symptoms first started. So day 0 is the first day of symptoms, and you should isolate for 5 days at least from others, and then wear a mask for a total of 10 days since when your symptoms first started. If you were around a lot of people that may have had COVID, you're in a high risk exposure, you may still want to test. If it's negative, test again, and that's really what you should do, but you don't need to isolate if you test negative.
How do the rules and the guidance apply if you did get flu, you've already gotten it this season, you've gotten COVID this season, do you still go and like vaccinate at this point, or?
You could vaccinate at this point. The CDC is saying that it's reasonable to wait 3 months since your last positive COVID test, since when you last had COVID before getting vaccinated, but there's no preclusions to that. You can actually just update your vaccination, so it's up to the person. Certainly if you haven't gotten vaccinated since last year, which actually is the case for a lot of people, for most people, then make sure you update that. You want to be prepared. Same thing with the flu. So even if you've had the flu, it's not a bad idea to get vaccinated, update that, because it's still going to protect you in both cases from getting hospitalized. And we do see some cases where people get COVID again in a short period of time because these variants are different, right? They're more contagious and they spread a lot easier. And sometimes we see that people actually test positive within a short period of time and get reinfected. So always update the vaccines.
I feel like in the pre-COVID years, we always talked about, oh, is it too late to get the flu shot? It was just almost dismissive, but now it has more meaning. A lot of people traveled over the holidays. A lot of people came back. They're still sick. I'm one of them. Tested the COVID thing 3 times. It's all negative, but I didn't test the flu. I don't know what I got. Still got an itchy throat. Let's just kind of clear this. Is it too late to get a flu shot now if you kind of already went through the holiday season and you feel like you already got the thing? Do you still get the flu shot, or is that kind of...
You should absolutely still get the flu shot. We're in the middle of flu season. In some cases, it actually goes all the way till April in terms of flu
wow.
season. So make sure you update it. It's definitely not too late because again, it does protect you. Very young people are vulnerable to the flu, people that are older, but everyone will get that protection. So the important thing to remember is that when you get these vaccines, they actually do a good job of keeping you out of even the urgent care. So that's some evidence that came about that in young children, if they get the COVID shot, it keeps them even out of urgent care, keeps them out of the ER. Yes, it also prevents hospitalization. So there's so many benefits to it. And
even if you've already been sick,
even if you've already been sick, update it.
Did you bring the flu shot for?
Sure, we'll talk.
I will do that right here. Okay, Dr. Abby.
Thank you.
See, this doesn't. Oh
And
my
I
God.
sit next to him.
So, I'm not contagious. I'm not
We
contagious.
tested, no, at this point, of course not.
See?
You tested, you're negative, so
Yeah,
it's
you're
been a
fine.
couple of days, so you're good.
Dr. Abby, thank you.
Good to see
Appreciate
you.
it.